So Ferelden wants the Inquisition to disband, does it? Andraste's asked that I'll listen to some fool noble who takes advantage of our victory and who wasn't there fighting Corypheus for that entire year. The Empress and the Divine both have need of the Inquisition. The Wardens, who are now split from their northern half, are small in number, and there are no longer any Seekers, or for that matter, Templars. We, the Inquisition, fill the void left by these three orders. Will Ferelden travel the lengths of Thedas to deal with the problems that arise? And what about war, should it spring up with the Qunari, or even if there is a blight to occur? We cannot kill an archdemon, but our soldiers would be needed to fight the Horde of Darkspawn. The answer to all that would be no. Ferelden would look after themselves, as they have since they won their freedom decades ago. Ferelden obviously fears the power of the Inquisition. I have no desire to conquer anyone. I lead the Inquisition, so I'll have to quell these fears with their ambassador. If he still will not relent, then I will not back down either. So what was this book over here that I missed? Storms of Temptation. This tattered novel bills itself as a sweeping romance on the 8 seas by Danielle Mithril. The cover shows a dark-skinned elf with long platinum hair hanging by one hand from the mast of his ship, a dagger in his teeth, a woman in an elaborate mask, low-cut dress, and almost as much hair as the elf, gasps up from the base of the mast. The elf is glaring at a tanned and chiseled human pirate, grinning as his vessel pulls alongside the elf's ship. For the first elven captain in the Antivan Navy, Kiel Zebulon's inaugural assignment was a routine trading mission down to Wycombe. Little did he know that the fiery Anthemus Corion, a passenger he picked up in the free marches, was heir to an enormous fortune. A fortune Ravani pirate prince Elrado Huracan would do anything to get his hands on. Unable to resist Amethyst's plea for help, Kiel found himself racing to get her back to Val Royeaux, even as the ferocious hurricane pursued them, and their passions ensured the 8 seas would never be the same. There is a note scribbled in the inside cover in dainty handwriting. If found, please return to Lady Yvette Montpellier. Oh, Josephine, I found your book. This sounds like one of Varric's adventures. These more dog cookies. Yeah. Expensive dog treats. Well, if I want anything done to my armor, this is a place to go. Have a look at some golden nug. And potions. Well, I didn't bring everything with us, but I do. Oh, from previous adventures, I should have filled up these potions. As for the potions that we have, healing potions, we've made them as potent as is possible. I still need some Prophet's Laurel. How many? A couple more. Yeah, we need Prophet's Laurel. Lyrium potions. That we made the most potent very early in the war against Corypheus. Oh, another Hard and Hightown chapter. I'm not reading that. I just read something as bad. Notes on Palace Guests. A collection of servants' notes on the guests attending the Winter Palace. Countess d'Avery wants a stateroom set aside from 3 to 5 in the afternoon for her daughter's harp practice. Must have windows on one side and a balcony. If she proposes a recital, refer her to the Seneschal. Duke Pierpont wants to entertain Ferelden relatives, a barrel of whiskey and 3 wheels of cheese to be delivered to his quarters this evening. Ban Wharton. His bed should be made up with linens, not silks. Sir Litstone complains an old wound in her left leg is making itself felt. Move her to the ground floor. Lady Galatea, a duelist, has requested a sparring partner and suitable practice ground. Lord Gilderay. To be woken at 8 by a maid on even days, a page boy on odd days, don't ask, with a fresh pitcher of water and 12 sprigs of lavender on a peach-colored towel, don't ask. Carrying these items in silently without making eye contact with his lordship, placing them on the divan, clapping twice and leaving without a word, do not ask. Who is this Lord Gilderay? I would like to know who the name of this ambassador is. think I was told by Josephine, but I've forgotten it. Hello?
Well met, your worship.
Well, Dorian, in the last few years. Inquisitor, it was good to hear from you, my friend. For months I've had only the Society of Maverus' fledgling Lucerne party. Junior members of the Magisterium so filled with fire and zeal and so wildly inept at politics may have kept a bucket of ice water on hand in case one accidentally immolates himself. Lest I give you the wrong impression, we are making progress, but it will take a great deal of skill to keep the Lucerne alive through the usual schedule of Minothu's scheming long enough to become a real political faction. Fortunately, they do have me. I'm sorry to hear that politics are plaguing you as well. Must be something going around, like a pestilence or an Elysian fashion trend. Hopefully Josephine can diffuse the Ferelden outcry and persuade the Orlesians to stop circling you, meaning me, with a collar and leash. You know she did always love a challenge. I'll find an excuse to make a trip south soon. We should really catch up in person, don't you agree? Dorian, of course. Activity in the Winter Palace. Charter's notes are an encryption she developed with Liliana over the last couple of years. CM's intentions seem sincere. Agent in place at party tonight where CM is attending. VP left notes at drop, as promised. Servant in green livery, seen leaving guest wing of palace at odd hours. Possible tryst? Madame LV's second cousin is a bard and an employee of Duke YM. Lord WG plans to meet Lady GD tonight. Neither of their spouses know. Lord RW plans to meet Lady SR tonight. Their spouses do know. Lord RW's wife encouraged RW to step out with SR so she could have some peace and quiet to herself. Oh, the arrangements these people have. Conduct becoming the Inquisition. To all members of the Inquisition, it has come to my attention that I must remind everyone of the type of behavior expected from us during this exalted council. It is natural to wish to hold our heads high, but remember that we are guests of the imperial court. It is upon us to behave with good grace, propriety, and restraint. If you are unsure of how to address someone of gentle birth, my lord or my lady will suffice. If you are fearful that you have overstepped an unknown protocol, speak with your commanders. If they are not available, seek me out. Over-imbibing is strongly discouraged at all times. If you are steered into an argument about the Inquisition's politics, politely excuse yourself as quickly as possible. Please do not engage in these debates. If all else fails, trust sense and common courtesy to guide your actions. Sincerely, Lady Montilier. You are a new spy, Master Charter. Iron Bull in the last few years. Thank you for sending the Chargers to assist in dealing with the demons attacking Montfort. Their assistance was most appreciated and many lives were saved. The Iron Bull and its Chargers have prevented another civil war from sweeping across Orlais with their efforts in Perpendale. The Iron Bull in particular defeated the would-be usurper in combat. We must protest the actions of the Bull's Chargers in Southreach. While the presence of demons and Templars corrupted by red lyrium is undisputed, the necessity of your dwarven miner collapsing the better part of a mountain on the enemy forces was hardly necessary. The Bull's Chargers were of great assistance in driving back the demons that attacked the shores of Lake Calenhad. The elf who calls herself Dalish was particularly helpful, and I look forward to her promised explanation of how Dalish archery techniques can create walls of ice or dispel magical barriers. Excerpts from letters of thanks relating to the activities undertaken by Bull Chargers over the last 2 years. So these are separate accounts. The collapsing of the mountain one. I'll have to wear my formal outfit. And, well, I would like to put these into storage deposit. These very powerful runes. Okay. So, Josephine should be somewhere around here. Well, I don't really have the stomach to keep reading through various notes. Sensing something. More dog treats. Yes. Another Hardened Hightown chapter. Oh. There's something up there. It looks like a potion. Oh, man, this really is bringing me memories of when I was here over 2 years ago. I don't really care for it. I need to find Josephine, though. This is the tavern. Cassandra is this way. I believe Josephine is this way. Is she on one of these balconies? There's a book hidden here. Oh, Varric. I think he planted all his Hardened Hightown. Just to get the attention. I can see him doing that.
Maker.
I want to interrupt that.
Move along.
What's in here? The Empress has storage rooms. What's this? The first Grand Enchanter. Grand Enchanter Lothair Hardoon was the first leader of the Circle of Magi when it was founded in 120 Divine. After Hardoon distinguished himself in battle during the Second Blight, Emperor Dracon himself endorsed him for the position. From all accounts, the Grand Enchanter performed admirably, but some speculate Hardoon was a second choice, that Dracon had another mage with connections to Inquisitor Meriden in mind for the job. Tellingly, these debates are based on a half-finished letter to an army captain and the guest list of a party where Meriden and the Emperor were in attendance. If any proof ever existed, it is likely dust. The idea's merits should be treated as such for scholarship's sake. From a short primer of Orlay's most excellent and inspiring history by Lord Renares, published in 935 Dragon. More of these dog treats. Alright, where's Lady Montilier?
Maybe.
Guards? My guards? There she is.
It's been quite a day so far, has it not? I've been speaking with representatives from everywhere.
Have they given you trouble?
Not at all. It is quite alarming. It means they are all saving themselves up for later. Would you walk with me? I should like to take some air before the Exalted Council becomes inescapable.
Of course.
The palace has been most accommodating. We are, after all, here at their insistence, but the ministers may... No. No more talk of the council. This meeting was to spend time with you in a more relaxed fashion.
Is this in your daily notes? 3 to 4 o'clock, idle chat with the Inquisitor.
Of course not. Not precisely. The truth is, there is a small entertainment happening tonight, to which I may be able to find a pair of invitations.
You'd like me to go with you?
Very much so. In all the years you worked with Orlais, you had so little time to enjoy its culture.
I saw enough Orlesian culture. But...
Perhaps you're right. These meetings and talks don't allow for much leisure time.
And then back to Skyhold without a moment's pause to take in where we are. With all that's been happening, I promised myself a single evening out. I'd very much like to go with a friend.
And what is this small entertainment?
Something to ease our minds. I would very much like to surprise you with the details.
Why not? Josephine, I put myself in your capable hands.
Splendid. I will arrange things at once. The past years have been so busy. We have earned at least a few moments of rest.
A calm night out sounds...
Oh, bravo! Bravo!
Was the woman in gold playing a king? Who was the man in feathers?
Oh, it's all very simple. The first actor's mask is determined by... well, I will lend you the program guide. But tell me, did you enjoy the performance?
No, she's got such a nice smile, I don't want to ruin it. It was amazing. That's one word for it.
That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Truly.
That part with the glittery... And they actually set fire to... Yes, I truly enjoyed it.
Then I call tonight a great success. Oh, look! The encore signal!
That was a very interesting evening, Josephine. Josephine and the last few years. Dear Inquisitor Lavalin, Commander Cullen has reviewed the soldiers. I have written and received so many letters from the Orlesian court, our birds practically blot out the sun. We are as prepared for this Exalted Council as we will ever be. I know this past year has been full of formal meetings. Goodness knows I have attended many myself, but this one will truly test the alliances and friendships we have worked so hard to build. If I may offer you any advice, Inquisitor, it is this. Keep a ready smile, and remember, we have their attention because we are to be reckoned with. Respectively yours, Ambassador Montilier. Liliana and the last few years. Inquisitor, thank you so much for your kind inquiries. I am doing very well, although I have been quite busy. Selecting new staff for my apartments at the Grand Cathedral has taken me so much longer than expected, and if you wouldn't mind, I would like to borrow Scout Harding for a few weeks to help me find more nugs. I cannot possibly hire anyone to a permanent position without first observing them in a room full of baby nugs. What? And all the litters I have on hand are nearly full grown. In any case, I will see you soon at Helm Cheryl. Until then, Liliana. I hope she's not cracking because of her new position. Or is that supposed to be a joke? I'm just more confused. Crumpled silk napkin with some words inked in the corner. They're so smudged by wine stains, the only ones still readable are, "There was once a man from Hossberg." Okay. They make napkins out of their silk here. Keep looking. Cullen and Vivian are the only ones I haven't spoken to. I thought Josephine said that Dorian was on his way. Okay, I cannot get in there. Nobody here, really? Detecting something ahead. Another dog bone. Another Hard and Hightown chapter. Oh, Varric. He was going to write a story about me. Wish I asked him. Me and the Inquisition. Maybe in the future I'll bring that up. Wow. Very nice. Very elegant and expensive, of course, just like everything in your Legion. Hey, Cullen's here.
You there! You're to dodge, not catch. If that ball were a fireball, you'd be dead.
You found a dog.
They don't breed Mabari in Olay. The merchant said he was abandoned. Perhaps his owner's tired of the novelty.
Tire of you? With that positive attitude and fetching ability?
He's not supposed to fetch it.
I don't think you understand how this works.
Another Ferelden trapped at the Winter Palace. I couldn't leave him to that fate. Besides, I think he likes me.
Something tells me you've never had a dog before.
Not since I was a child. The Circle wasn't keen on pets, especially Kirkwalls. But Skyhold... The Inquisition will change after this. I'm not yet sure what that will mean. Whatever happens, our people, you, Liliana, Josephine, will have my support. In whatever form you require.
I can't imagine the Inquisition without you.
I am honored, and likewise, Inquisitor. You can help. Dodge this, and I'll find overpriced Orlesian dog treats before we go.
I have a few of them. I'll put them in this basket. Filling it all up. I think that's all of them that I've found so far. If I find any more, I'll return. What is this? A reminder, while the gazebo is available for festive occasions, deposits are non-refundable in cases of flood, fire, or imperial whim. Book accordingly. Okay, I guess they book it out to nobles.
There must be something here.
Oh. What was that? Vivian. As elegant as ever.
Darling, you made it. Excellent. I scheduled this appointment ages ago, and they do appreciate punctuality.
Appointment?
With the Imperial Garden Spa, of course. You work so hard, my dear. I wanted to treat you.
I've never heard of a fancy spa serving elves.
You are the Inquisitor, darling. Savior of the Empire. They won't turn you away.
Oh boy.
What are the cheese wheels for?
It pains me that you even have to ask. You've clearly been living too long in barely civilized conditions.
Did you hear something?
Relax, darling. It's spa day. How have you been? It seems ages since we've spoken. I hope things are well with you and Cassandra.
Things are excellent. Thank you for asking.
It's such a comfort to hear that at least one facet of your life hasn't fallen apart due to incompetence.
How do you think the conference will end? What do you think they'll decide?
It's all foolish posturing. The nations of Thedas know they can only politely ask the Inquisition to be on its way. Don't you feel better, my dear? This place really does work miracles.
What happened?
Darling, it's spa day. Don't fret. You'll undo all the good they've done. Come along, Inquisitor. They have other appointments, you know.
Oh, that was something. Another Hard and Hightown chapter. Oh, Varric. I swear, was that... There's something here. I missed it, though. I caught a glimpse of it. It was purplish. Oh, wow. I feel spoilt.
Of course.
Most people in Thedas don't live in this luxury. In fact, very, very few do. Well, that's everyone on my list. Everyone that
I
was
should look around.
part of the Inquisition. And I definitely don't want to make a gaffe by going inside there. The only thing left to do is to go meet with the ambassadors. That's another dog bone I'll have to return. Ah, the Divine. Well, I'll have to go speak with her then.